What's up, YouTube? Man, today I want to talk about pocket knives. This is one of my latest additions, and it is quickly becoming my favorite pocket knife. I absolutely love the Tonto design. I've been looking for a roughly 3-inch Tonto blade for a long time, and man, this one, I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. It's got a nice thick blade stock. Yeah, it's got decent steel in it. I think this was the stainless version. Yeah, the knife steel. You guys, if you see a pocket knife, if you're just getting into the pocket knife world and you see a pocket knife and there's no indication of what metal is in the blade, I I would think twice before I bought it. I'm not saying that it's not going to be a good knife or not going to serve you well, but being able to recognize the metal that's in the blade is automatically going to make it better than something that you can't identify the steel in. And I'm not saying that there isn't a use for the $10 hard opening, really tough to use, not user friendly at all pocket knife. Like, this is a junk drawer pocket knife. Buy it at the gas station, like I said, 10, $15. I think I got this one at a garage sale just because it looked kind of cool, and I think it was like $5. But this is the knife. Like, if I want to go pry on something, please don't pry on anything with your knife. I'm guilty of it, but I am human. If I was gonna pry on something, this would be the knife I used. If I was gonna cut some wire or something, this is the knife that I'm going to destroy. If I'm not going to use the $300 Benchmade to do something that I would do with a $10 knife. And my $10 knife won't do some of the things as nicely as my $300 Benchmade. But this knife, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this knife. Well, I can nitpick it all day long. But this knife, it'll do. It's I bought it, obviously. I've used it for some things that I wouldn't use any of my other knives for, honestly. I think I may have used it as a Phillips head screwdriver. I would never do that with any of my knives that I carry daily. Never. I don't like the locking mechanism on this. This is called a liner or a frame lock. You can see the whole frame moves, and I think that design was come out with in like the 90s, and they're not my favorite. They work. The lock works. This lock, another Tonto. I love the Tonto blade shape. I carried this one for a long time, and I carried it a lot, and I loved it, and that's why I sought out another one. I wanted to try one that didn't have this kind of lock on it. Cold Steel has, I think it's called a shark lock, if I remember right. But when you push here, see how it raises up there? There's like a little pin in there that gets caught in the metal on the blade, and supposedly the more it wears, it like wears into itself, so it gets better and better and better, and that lock is super tough. The there's I think it's one of, if not the toughest lock on the market. The thing I don't like about it is that I have to put my finger in the path of the blade in order to release it. Now, that's a problem for some folks. If that makes you nervous, then that's not the lock for you. Any two-handed mechanism for closing is not going to be the knife for you if you're afraid of putting your hand in there. I would recommend something like a button lock. These can be used ambidextrous. You can push it with your left finger. I'm right-handed. You'll see this one doesn't have thumb studs, See the thumb stuff. I use my stuff. Don't pick on me. And this knife is a beast. QSP Penguin. It's got that sheep's foot blade on it. Pretty thick. D2 steel. D2 is tough stuff. It'll snap before it bends though. If you're expecting to snap your knife blade, I would recommend going with stainless, and then at least you're just going to bend it before you snap it. D2 will snap before it bends. All your knife steels have trade-offs. Stainless steel is usually more resilient. Yeah, it'll bend instead of break, whereas your high carbon steels like D2 machine steel, it'll snap long before it bends. But this has the loops on it to open it with. I really like that. It doesn't have a stud on the back. The flipper knives, they have a stud on the back. Oh, it didn't go all the way that time. That might be a first. There we go. I like how it turns into a little guard there. That's nice. Some people might not like that. It's all a preference thing. But there's that. And then the button lock, I just push it with my thumb, and I don't have to put my fingers in the path of the knife at all. It's really nice. It's super nice. The Benchmade, this is an expensive knife. I wouldn't recommend this if you're on a budget, that's for sure. But it's a great knife. It's got great knife steel in it, and you can tell I've sharpened it a bunch. Yeah, still sharp. This has a crossbar lock. I gotta oil my knife. But this slides back and forth, and that's the locking mechanism. See it slip in? Now you can't. And it's ambidextrous. So all you lefties out there, this will work for you too. Any knife with a crossbar lock. I think it was last year, maybe it was 24, that the patent ran up on the crossbar lock. So now a lot of companies are doing something similar and just calling it something else. I haven't tried one by another company other than Benchmade yet. I do like it, and I would recommend it. It's nice to not have to put your fingers in the path of the knife. But Civivi, these guys are great, and this is called a liner lock. See, the liner is underneath the scale, and that's the locking mechanism. As you can see, your finger goes in the path of the knife there. My fingernail is in the way. This one's actually not too bad because the way that it's shaped, it doesn't cut you. What else do we have here? Oh, this is the Civivi that I just bought, the Civivi Brazen. Like I said, I love the Tonto blade shape. That's my favorite that I've found over the years. It works for me. It's really nice for scraping. Really utilitarian. It feels like a utility knife when I use it sometimes. This one, the angle isn't the same. I haven't carried this knife but a couple of times, and I think it's going to be my vacation knife. It's a little bit longer than I prefer to carry. Most of my knives are a little bit shorter. Here we go. This is the one I love, QSP Grebe. That's what their logo looks like. And this is the Civivi. But when I'm opening a box or something, I like to take my thumb and put it right up like that and just leave a little corner sticking out, and then just right down the tape, and I know I'm only going that deep. Sometimes I'll do it with the top too, like that. Just put my thumb over it and draw it across the tape. It works great. I like the straight blade. I I don't know. I really love this knife. It's very utilitarian. It's the perfect length for me. I like the other one that I had been carrying, the Cold Steel Verdict, by the way, if you're interested in that. Cold Steel Verdict. It's a pretty inexpensive knife. You can tell in the handles. The handles feel inexpensive and they're a little squeezy. They're not super tough, but I mean, they're tough. It's a tough knife, but it has a hollow grind on it, so the blade shape is like that. It's ground in a curve, hollowed. It's convex, concave. Sorry about that. And while I don't mind that blade shape, it it's not my favorite. You can get a really fine edge up there, but then once it starts to widen out, it sometimes it's a pain in the neck going through a box or something. Whereas this is a flat grind, and man, it keeps going. I love it. A really slicey pocket knife that is really, really inexpensive. The classic Opinel. Oh my goodness. If you plan on cutting up some fruit, or like if you're going to an orchard or mushroom picking, or you want to slice a steak, or if you want a knife that will slice, this knife, it's so thin, and it's a classic blade shape. Opinel, I don't know if you're familiar with this locking mechanism, but it just swivels. There's a little opening in there, and it just swivels shut. See? It's got a little bevel to the top, and now it's locked. But there isn't a slicier knife on the market that I know of. This thing is amazing, and for $10-15, that's a great little knife. Another super inexpensive knife. This is not a pocket knife. Opinel. Or, yeah, Mora knife. Sorry, we just did the Opinel. Mora knife. Everybody should own a Mora. This is like a $20 fixed blade knife, and it's got a Scandi grind on it. It's almost like an axe. Shaped almost like an axe. These things are awesome for woodworking, but I mean, it's just a great all around knife. It will do the job. If I was going to recommend a a bushcraft knife, this would be it. If I was going to recommend a knife for your bug out bag, a fixed handle for your bug out bag, this would be it. Especially if you're on a budget. Even if you're not on a budget, you should have a Mora. Everybody should own a Mora knife. Look at, they come with these great sheaths. It clicks in. It's not going anywhere. It takes a little bit of force to get it out. They put a push ramp on there for your thumb. Pow. Comes out nice. This clip is awesome. You can clip it onto your belt, and then because of the way it's designed, look at it, it's got a little hook in there. So your belt gets stuck in it if it goes up, and it doesn't fall off, but you can still take it off without taking your belt off. These things are fantastic. I love them. And like I said, the $5, $10 junk drawer knife, there is a use for it. There's a lot of uses for it. And don't be afraid to get one. Just don't expect it to feel as nice or work as nice. Or I mean, if you get it sharp, a sharp knife will do what a sharp knife's supposed to do. It'll cut stuff. But it's you're not going to get the quality and workmanship and ease of use as you are with some of these others. Civivi Elementum, classic blade shape. Again, that's a hollow grind. And it gets slicey. It gets real slicey. But it also gets kind of stucky sometimes, too. The Penguin, that is a beast of a knife. It's not a huge knife. I like knives that my finger pretty much reaches the end of, so I can Yeah, this knife has been beat to hell and come back again, and it sharpens up quick, nice, easy. Well, it's D2 steel, but because it's a straight edge, it's easy to sharpen, and liner lock. So you do have to put your hand in the way. I do think they make a button version of this. I'm not sure. Worth checking out though. This is a great knife. This will serve you well. I promise. And that full flat grind, it's not a full flat. It's got a little edge here, but it's almost full. But that flat grind, it's a good cutting knife and very utilitarian. Very, very utilitarian. I just talked about keeping my knives sharp. The Falkneven DC3. Stone on one side, diamond plate on the other. This little guy sharpens all my knives without a problem. You don't need anything huge. I don't like a huge stone or anything. It just takes up too much space and everything, in my opinion. Strop. What brand was this? This one is Beavercraft. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but all you really need is a piece of full grain leather and some polishing compound and a hard surface to put it on to strap it. I thought about gluing this one to a board, but I just haven't yet. And yeah, with just those two things, I keep all of my knives sharp enough to shave with, and maybe sharper than that on a couple of them. Some of them are real fun to get nice and sharp, and they hold their edge for a long time. This is S30V in my Benchmade bug out. This thing will hold an edge for a long time, a lot longer than most of my other knives. A lot longer than this one with the stainless steel. But this one is a lot quicker and a lot easier to sharpen. So there's a trade-off. And this one, I've done all sorts of things with this one that I wouldn't dream of doing with my Benchmade. Let's see. The only other thing that I could show you guys is I prefer a tip-up carry on my pocket knives. So when it's in my pocket, the point is sticking up. But it's so that when I pull my knife out, it's already in the right position. Some people prefer the clip up here and tip down because they feel like it's safer. You're not going to hurt yourself coming out of your pocket. It's up to you. I like it this way. Most of them have a detent strong enough that it's not going to fall open. Detent is how hard it is to open up. You'll feel a little release. See how it kind of pops up right there? It's releasing in there, and that's called detent. But yeah, a lot of knives have it so that you can put the pocket clip on either side. Oh, I guess these scales don't have it. These are custom brass scales for the Benchmade bug out. If you buy one, don't be shocked when it comes to you and it weighs like a half an ounce, if that. It's tiny little plastic, half skeletonized frame. I didn't like the ultralight handles. I got brass ones, and now I absolutely love this knife. But yeah, that's that. Anyhow, the pocket clip. A lot of them are reversible. You can put it on either side. And that's for all the lefties out there. Or if you prefer to carry your pocket knife in your left pocket. I don't know why you would if you were a righty, but hey, to each their own. This pocket clip is real long. This one is short. They make wire ones. It's just a piece of wire. My wife has one that I really like that pocket clip. The pocket clip on the QSP Penguin. Oh! You see how it sticks out down here past the rest of the clip? that thing gets snagged on everything. As you can tell, I've already bent it. This knife has been through hell with me, and I've put it through hell of its own. But because it sticks out like that, it gets caught on a lot of things, and I've ended up bending it because of it. This one, see how it doesn't stick up as far as the rest of it? Or if it does, it's right in line with it. It doesn't get caught on stuff for some reason. Same thing here. Doesn't stick up, doesn't get caught on stuff. This one, another QSP, this is the knife that I just bought. It sticks up. I have not gotten this one caught on anything, amazingly enough. But that's something I wish QSP would work on. But anyway, that's my pocket knife video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you hit subscribe. I hope you hit like. And Bina's taking a nap, or else I would have her come say hello. Peace.